6-year-old Alyssa Radcliffe is a pretty typical kid. She loves to do anything and everything.
I have to help, not you.
Without shoes, okay?
But Alyssa may have a very rare genetic disease. Without treatment, it's essentially a death sentence. It starts with something so common, diarrhea, then unexplained juvenile cataracts. Later, these bizarre nodules begin forming, all baffling symptoms that would stump even TV's Dr. House.
They started out small and then just started growing a little bit bigger. She couldn't wear her shoes.
Alyssa's mother recognized them because she also has them.
I couldn't walk far at all. And that's when I knew something was wrong, something was not right on my heel. It was getting bigger and bigger in the back, so I had to go get it checked.
To deepen the mystery, Tina's sister and her cousin began developing the strange nodules too. For years, they saw doctor after doctor. None had any answers, nor did the doctors know how deadly they could be.
Scary, very scary.
Until Tina went to see Dr. Michael Steppie at the Burks-Farber Dermatology Clinic near New Orleans and asked him to look at her growths.
So just those in itself are not unusual. But with her having them on all of her joints, with an older sister and juvenile cataracts at 12 years old, I knew something wasn't right.
Dr. Steppie had never seen anything like it. After doing extensive research, he finally had a hunch. A disease so rare that only 100 cases have ever been reported in the U.S. But confirming this medical mystery would be frustrating.
So I started calling around different universities.
Dr. Steppie needed an expert to confirm his tentative diagnosis that this was CTX, cerebrotendinous xanthomatosis.
They had never heard of it.
Call it luck, call it a semi-miracle in itself. Dr. Steppie finally found a research doctor in New Jersey who held the key. Not only did Gerald Salen confirm the diagnosis, he managed to get Dr. Steppie's patients in a study that offered the only known drug available to treat CTX. Normally, the drug wouldn't be available to the family. Since it's not approved by the FDA, the medication comes all the way from Germany.
All of them got on the medicine, and after 3 months of being on the medicine, I repeated their EEGs, which shows their brain function, also their MRIs, which improved after 3 to 4 months.
It did improve. The nodules just stopped growing.
But after getting everyone set up in this study, Dr. Steppie moved out of state to continue his training. He turned their care over to another doctor. Hurricane Katrina changed everything. Their new doctor had to leave town. Without him, the medication stopped and the family lost track of how to get back into the study. They quickly began to deteriorate. It was obviously now affecting the central nervous system with loss of speech and dementia-like symptoms.
When did you start having trouble with the speech?
Yeah, 1 year.
1 year ago.
Even though he was still out of state, Dr. Steppie decided to track down his former patients. It was just in time. When he found them, he was appalled to learn that they were off the medication and going downhill. He soon suspected little Alyssa might also have the disease.
I hope they don't find anything because she got it from she got it from me, and I don't want that to happen. So.
Little Alyssa is more worried about her mother's nodules.
'Cause I don't like them on her.
You had the surgery right here?
Yeah, that's why I had the surgery.
And now it's grown back.
Yeah.
Dr. Steppie arranged to fly back to New Orleans to test the family, and now especially little Alyssa.
I think she may have the CTX.
To make sure, blood and urine samples are sent off to New Jersey for testing. Meantime, some good news. While awaiting a firm diagnosis on Alyssa, Dr. Steppie learned that his patients are back in the drug trial.
We needed him. So we needed him and he called us.
Although he's not sure if the drug can turn back time for the others, Dr. Steppie hopes it can stop the progression, especially for little Alyssa, because taking the medication before symptoms arise can prevent the disease from developing in the first place.
We need to save this little girl's life. We could save her from having this catastrophic disease, and we could save many other people's lives if we can educate doctors about this disease.
Which means in the case of this obscure, baffling illness, doctors everywhere will have to hone some doctor house skills and put CTX on their professional radar. Like the Ancar family, Dr. Steppie worries that others are walking around with CTX and don't know it. It's estimated that there are 10 to 20,000 people in this country who may be undiagnosed or misdiagnosed.
As much as it hurts me, I don't want her to go through what I had to go through. So I want her to be, safe.